I grew up in the Australian outback, the bush. The outback! For as long as I can remember, I've been connected to and fascinated by Mother Nature. I travel the globe seeking out the world's most beautiful and deadly species. I'm a wildlife rescuer, field expert, and conservationist. I believe creating a better understanding of our natural world will in future help to protect it. Welcome to Corey's Wild World. Across Northern Australia, these are exactly the type of areas where you're likely, if you go looking, you may find the largest species of crocodile in the world. Crocodilus porosus. We call them estuarine or saltwater crocodiles, as this is a tidal estuary. So if you go looking, you may find one. If you go swimming here, one may come looking for you. Crocodile warning signs such as these are strategically placed in areas where estuarine crocodiles are found. English, German, and also Japanese, Chinese characters. So, however though, if there are no signs visible, it doesn't mean it is safe to swim. If you don't know, just don't go swimming. The thing with crocodiles that people don't realise is they can react with lightning reactions. Like so. And even in knee-deep water, a 5-metre crocodile can fully submerge himself without being seen. Come on, there's a croc. Okay, here's our croc here. He's only a small one. I could probably handle him on my own, but you'd actually have to cover his eyes. Even a small crocodile of this size is very powerful. So it's probably the easiest way to get the top jaw rope on him. And spat that out. There we go. He's going to have a bit of a roll here. There he comes. Release him in here. There's about 20 other crocodiles in here, but because they're not sexually mature yet, they're not really territorial, so they'll tolerate living with each other. And that's what happens if that was my fingers. I could have broke every bone in my hand, like that, and I definitely wouldn't like to stick my hand in there. Oh, here comes his mate. And his other mate. I give him something to chew up. I get the picture. So I'll just get that rope into position, loosen him off a little bit. There we go. You can go back in the water now. The water in the water. I think he wants me to get me. See you later. I didn't see you there. So it goes to show just the vibrations from walking around on the water's edge. Anything's flashing usually. That's what really gets a crocodile ticking. This is a saltwater crocodile's mating ritual. As you can see, the male will position himself over the female and insert his hemipenis into the cloaca. Around November and December, the male and the female will start mating. Males will send vibrations through the water. Also, the water will rumble from his back, sending subsonic waves through the water to alert the girls that he's ready to mate. Okay, we're going to go and feed this crocodile here. Just a small piece of chicken and just a touch of the water. Anywhere in his water will make him react, and hopefully if he's hungry, he'll come out and let us know. There we go. Come on, big fella. Come on. Oh, there you go. Straight down the hatch. Good boy. A little scratch on the head. There we go. Little scratch on the head. See you later. Notice that last crocodile wasn't really looking at the chicken. He didn't tilt his head up and he didn't jump. He was looking at me. We'll see if we can get this guy to actually look at the chicken. Come on, big fella. Hey, come on. Wait. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, big boy. Look at the chicken. Oh, good boy, good boy. Come on. One more. Wait. Oh, we haven't got the chicken. Here we go. Okay, here we are. What we're going to actually do is remove a couple of crocs from here. So this is Brett and Paul. How you doing? Okay. Going to roll a little bit.
Okay, beautiful.
Woohoo! He's strong. I'll grab him. I might get Paul to jump in on this with me too, mate. When I jump in again, grab his back legs and just put some weight on his tail. Now. Yep, I've got him. Oh, he's a strong boy. There we go, we basically tape him up there. Now his closing pressure is about 100 times stronger than his opening pressure. We'll put him in the tube and get him ready for transportation. slide his head in there, and if all goes to plan, this is the best way to transport them and also lift them, basically, because if you lift him, you're going to have to hold him against your body or put a bit of pressure on his legs. What we'll do is we'll just take this guy up. He's our last crocodile, so we'll take him up, and then the towel can go over his eyes as well, which helps to keep him a bit more relaxed. A little bit harder to take, but it's still relatively safe. Oh, geez, he's heavy. Okay, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for a ride. Okay, time to go to your new home. Okay, we'll put him on a bit of a slope, and hopefully he'll work out that if he goes downhill, he'll go into the water. Yeah. Are we ready? There we go. Now mate, we've got to get that towel out of his mouth now. There we go, good boy. In the water, come on. Come on here, in the water. There you go, there. Roll it out, there's your mate. There we go. Now that is going to be one happy crocodile. Okay, let's let a couple more go, shall we? Got a hold of him, Brett?
Got a hold of him, mate, no worries. Good.
Old mate with a bit of green rope here, gave me a bit of curry earlier. Now he's a big strong crocodile, so we got 2 guys on him, and it's best to cover his eyes and keep your hands away. If he does, the reason we use this basically is to give your fingers one extra chance. If he grabs something, hopefully it's the towel and not your fingers. So we'll untape him here, and he'll spit that bit of rope out whenever he feels like it. But basically we'll get Paul to jump off first. Moving crocodiles is great fun as long as it's done safely. Let's go in and see if we can get a couple of lunge shots of a larger crocodile. Hey, come on big fella, come on, hey. Wow, come on. Oh, he's a big boy, have a look at him. Hey, wow, you wouldn't want to get too much closer than that. Hey. Come on, big boy. Wow! Here she is, protecting her nest, and here she comes. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, big girl! Whoa! Okay, here we are. This is the fun time of the year when you're working with crocodiles. It's time to go and check some nests. And we've got a female over here. She's out of the water. We're going to go and check her nest now. They get a bit grumpy. They protect the nest, the females. So might get her to... Oh, here she comes. Come over here, darling. What I'll do is she's going to protect that nest. I'll give her the stick a couple of times. Come on. Now I've got to be careful because the male's over there as well. Oi. 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 Now I'll use a wooden stick so she can have a good chew on it, and it's not going to hurt her teeth too much, and it's also much better than her chewing on my leg. Once she realises she can't hurt the stick and she can keep coming, hopefully she'll move back into the water. Come on. Have a look at that. She's had a bit of a chew on it. These crocodiles will defend their nests from anything. You can drive a car up to them and they're still going to attack the car. Come on, we'll get her to go into the water. There we go. Good girl. I have to be careful because over in the back pond there's about a 4-metre male and he's really grumpy. Alright, this is the nest here. Around November what they do is they scrape up... Oh, we've got neighbours. They scrape up leaves, dirt and sticks. What it does, all the leaves and stuff decompose, and then it causes heat, just like a compost heap. It's a natural incubator. Now, they scratch up all the leaves and stuff into a pile, and they can lay anywhere up to 90 eggs. So what we'll do is we'll just open him up a bit. And here we go. What have we got? Oh, here we go. Open this nest right up. Oh, have a look at that. Look at those eggs. And she's a good sized crocodile, so she's laid a few by the looks of it. That's great. That's great stuff. Okay. Now what we do is we scrape a little bit of the slime off there. And I get my pencil and I just mark on top of the egg. Very important not to roll the egg. So I'll put the mark on top so that way we know which way's the top. You can see they're coated by a layer of slime there. That helps to protect the egg. So we keep it upright so the embryo doesn't roll around on the inside and detach from the rest of the yolk. So there's a crocodile egg. Alright, I'm just going to nip off and get my bucket. Okay, we've got our bucket. We'll just put a little bit of padding into the bottom there to stop the eggs rolling around. Now, as quick and as efficient as you can do this is the best way to do it. Mark all the eggs one by one. Scrape the slime off them. Keep an ear out over your shoulder too. Make sure there's no crocodiles coming. What they can do is sort of sneak out of the water without you hearing them, and then that last burst of speed, then they'll start splashing. So they can sneak up on you pretty good. And they've got millions of years of practice doing it. Okay, so we'll mark a few more eggs. Like so. Like so. Now, yeah, as I said before, this is a delicacy for Aboriginal people, but this day and age it'd be a bloody expensive omelette. So what we'll do is we'll pop them in our bucket here. The ones that are marked, we'll pick them up gently. Hey, it's the Easter crocodiles come before the Easter bunny. Now you can see how hot it is. I'm sweating. And that's when the reptiles love it the most. They're at their optimum. So we'll just cover these up and then we'll go for a bit of a walk and see if we can check another nest. Cover the nest back over. she's going to keep protecting it, so maybe she'll think that her eggs are still in there. Now the main reason we take them out of the nest is if we leave them in here, well, there's going to be crocodiles running around everywhere, but also in the wild only about 60% of the eggs will actually hatch due to temperature fluctuation. We put them in the incubator and around 90-95% of the eggs will actually hatch. Wow, that last nest we got about 50 eggs out of that. We're going to go and check another one here. It's a little bit more dangerous. It's surrounded by water. So what we have to do is have a bit of a poke around. Make sure the female's not laying in under here. Now we don't want to bash around too much either because we don't want to attract the big male. And we probably don't want to attract her either. It's pretty shallow here. Now she has been up here, she's going to lay here in the next day or two. There's no eggs at the moment, but I might get out of here before she decides to have me for breakfast. Yeah, collecting eggs is always the fun time of the year. Alright, let's go. Hey, come on. Simon, come on, hey, don't go in the water. Come on, have your dinner, mate. What's on the menu today? Chicken, come on. You missed it. There's his girlfriend. Did you get that bit of chicken? Right there. There we go. Hey! Andrew! What's that tree there? Hey? Hey, big fella. Big fella, come on. Hey. Come on, big fella. Up. Oh, he missed that. Hey, going for the big bit. Woo! Now you can see the tree is here. The tree is my friend. Isn't it, Andrew? Hey? Yes. Yeah. Woo. He's running a few laps today. We should be starting to tire around a bit. Run around here. Get the piece of chicken. Come on, up, Andrew, up. Oh. There we go. Whew. This tree wasn't here, I'd be dead. Now you probably heard the old wives' tales that crocodiles can run as fast as horses and so on, blah, blah, blah. What you just saw then is his maximum speed, about 12 to 14 kilometers an hour over a short distance. After that he gets a lactic acid buildup in his blood system and he needs to sit down like so and relax for a bit, build his energy up, and then he'll explode again. So you can see here's a dark crocodile. His name's Andrew. Your tail's too long, isn't it, mate? Hey, you gonna come around here? Come on. Up, Andrew, up. The chicken, look at the chicken. Oh, you missed it again. There we go, there's a good boy. That's his exercise for the day. Now he's gonna lay there and sunbake for a while. Come on, big fella, come on. Come on. Now he's a large crocodile, this guy here. Oh, there we go. see, I wouldn't want to jump back much further than I have. Now, this crocodile toothpick may not be much defense against a large crocodile, but what I'm actually doing there is taking the focus off me and my footsteps by rubbing him on the head. Now he's concentrating on the stick there, so I should be able to get past him. I'll get him to swing around towards the camera. There we go. And this is where we leave. So you can notice you can't actually see down his throat. He's got a palatal valve in the back of his throat there, which stops water from entering down his throat when he catches prey. Now he's also got, his tongue is joined to his bottom jaw there. Imagine if that wasn't and he struck sideways, he'd bite his tongue off, wouldn't he? Come on. One more. Here we go. Come on. Hey. Up. Oh, nice catch. After more than 200 million years of evolution, crocodiles have built up amazing immune systems. Now the males are extremely territorial and they will fight each other. Sometimes they have horrific injuries, like this case down here, his lower jaw has been bitten off by a larger crocodile. Now his immune system is amazing. He can actually stay in almost stagnant water and he won't die of blood poisoning. Also, he can stop the blood flow down to that area and stop himself from bleeding to death. Crocodile's blood is actually being researched for antibiotic purposes. He has a strong coagulant in the blood system which makes the blood clot when it touches air. Come on, big fella. Come on. Come on, Dennis. Hey. Come on, Dennis. Come on, mate. Hey, as you can see, working with animals never quite turns out the way you expect it. They can go anywhere at any time. Let's go and do some lawn mowing and see how that turns out. As you can see, he doesn't like the lawnmower. Coming into this time of the year, in the warmer summer months, it comes into crocodile breeding season. The males get extra territorial. Anything rumbling in their territory, lawnmower, small outboard motor, he's gonna kill it. He's gonna come in and get it out of his territory. Doesn't matter how big it is. What we've got in here is another species of the crocodilian, and hopefully my calculations are correct that the American alligator is a lot more placid than the estuarine or saltwater crocodile. Now if I shuffle my feet and don't stand on anybody, I should be able to get into the position where I can pick one of these guys up. Now just remember that they can see underwater. There we go. Have a look at that. Little ripper. Woohoo! Geez, they're strong, we're all muscle. So the American alligator's basically got a shovel-shaped head and the bottom teeth fit into sockets in the top jaw, and he's from the same family as the caimans, and they're found in the southern states of America, also parts of China. And oh, we've got another one down here. Hello. Oh, this one's a little bit bigger. Also with the gators, their eyes sit higher out of the water. The reason that they're less aggressive is they're only really territorial in the mating season. The males become very territorial. It's alright, it's alright. Hello. So you can see that shovel-shaped head. They've got really thick heads, really strong, lots of armour. Have a look at this bloke here. Have a look at his teeth. You get him to open his mouth a little bit. Come on, big fella. Oh, open your mouth. There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey! I haven't got any chicken, but if you wait a minute, I'll get you a piece. Ding. Nice catch, brother. Come on, Bruno. Hey. There we go. Up. Okay, sit there for me, mate. There we go. Have a look at his teeth. Aren't they beauties? Did you know crocodiles have actually got, woo, 66 teeth when they're smaller, and then they lose a few and they end up with 64. Now Bruno here, he's got a nice set of hardware. They lose their teeth like sharks, very similar. He's got up to 45 sets of teeth throughout his lifetime, and they just shed them. They lose them when they're fighting, they lose them catching prey, and they also will lose them in territorial battles. Now you can see here, there's a couple of teeth here. That's from his pond. And basically, when he gets really old, he'll run out of teeth and he'll slowly die. Without his teeth, it's very hard to catch any prey. Now you can see, the teeth aren't like sharks. They're not designed for slicing. They've actually got gaps between the teeth. So that's why he's got that massive amount of jaw pressure, up to 3,000 pounds per square inch. To crush any bones, and then what he'll do is he'll death roll and pull off a bite-sized chunk of meat that he can then swallow whole. Ivan, come on Ivan. Oh, he's a big boy. Come on Ivan. Hey. Ivan. Come on big fella. Up. There's a good boy. Now you can see Ivan's teeth as well. Crocodile's teeth are honodons. They're not like our molars. They're designed for gripping prey. Now, if you have a look at the lumps on his back here, they're called osteoderms. Osteoderms are actually separate floating bones. It's also like a solar panel, rich with blood vessels. When a crocodile is cool, he'll lay in the sun and heat up. And also, once it gets too warm, he'll move into the water, just leaving his back out of the water. The osteoderms exposed, and they'll transfer warm blood around the colder parts of his body. Okay, have a look at these. Here at the farm, what we do is we actually take the eggs out of their nests and we put the little mark on top so we know which way is the right way up for the egg. Now we've got two different batches of eggs here. You can see this egg here actually doesn't have any banding on it. It's a plain white egg. It's been laid about 2 or 3 weeks ago, whereas this guy here was probably laid about the same time, and he's got a band on him. So this egg here is actually fertile. As the embryo forms, the parts of the inside of the egg evaporate, and that's how you get this banding. What we do is basically we take them out of the nest, put them in our incubators. That way we get about 95% success in the hatching. So we put them in our incubator. Another interesting thing we can do is determine the sex of the clutch of crocodiles. We set our temperature to about 32.5 degrees, and then we get 80% males. An interesting thing with reptiles, a lot of times the sex of the offspring is determined by the incubation temperature. So in about 80 days time, not this guy here, but this guy here should be hatching out a little male estuarine saltwater crocodile. Okay, come and have a look. This is our incubator in here. Open up the door. Now it's very dark, very humid. Come inside. Pop one tray up here. And we'll pop another tray down over here. Now we've got a lot of water on the floor. It gets circulated around the room. Makes it very humid in here, which is what the eggs and the crocodiles like. They prefer it to be 32.5 degrees, especially the male crocodiles. And you can see a little bit of condensation on the roof. Very similar to the leaves decomposing in the crocodile's nest. Creates the same sort of heat. Natural incubator. Now we've got probably about 400 eggs in here, so we should be expecting lots of little crocodiles to be hatching out soon. All the little baby dinosaurs waiting to hatch out. When they do hatch out, they're going to look something like this. Have a look at these little blokes. Be nice, be nice, be nice. These are little freshwater crocodiles. Crocodilis johnstonii. Have a look at them, aren't they cute? Johnson River crocodiles actually only take about 60 days for the eggs to incubate. They're a little bit different to saltwater crocodiles. These ones don't build a nest, they just dig a hole in the sand like a turtle, and then they leave their eggs there to incubate. Sometimes the mother does hang around and protect the sandbank though, and they'll nest communally. Even when they come out of the egg, they're out straight away biting their brothers and sisters. And basically, when they hatch out, they have a fat little belly, and part of the egg yolk is still inside the crocodile, and that supplies him with nutrients for about 2 weeks while he learns how to hunt. These little crocodiles at this size will take small fish. They'll also take insects. Basically, whatever they can catch and swallow, they will eat. Aren't they cute? Look at them. Crocodiles have a third eyelid, which is a nictitating membrane. It's a horizontal see-through pair of inbuilt goggles, and you can see this crocodile down here. You can see through the water quite fine. Waiting in the ambush position. Because they're territorial, whether he's hungry or not, something's splashing in his water, he can't help but come over and investigate it. Get out of my territory. Okay, as you can see, every crocodile has his own personality. Some are extremely territorial, others just want a bit of it. Come on, Angela, come on. Hey, up. If you have a close look at the crocodile's head, you can see the cranial platform there. Just behind his eyes are his ears, which is that slit there. And you can also notice his nictitating eyelid, which is about to open. There we go, that's his built-in goggle system. Now his ears have a watertight valve, as does his nose, which is at the front of his snout just here. Sometimes the only thing that actually moves on the crocodile are his nostrils. Crocodiles are awesome ambush predators. Now, you're probably wondering why I've been stomping my foot. Crocodiles have a 4-chambered heart system, and what they can do is lower their heart rate down to under 4 beats a minute. He's got a 4-chambered heart system just like a mammal, and he can sit in weight in an area like this. They have vibration sensors on the lower jaw, and they can pick up the vibration of when you walk down to the water or have a drink. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on, big boy. Come on. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Whoa, have a look at him. He's a dinosaur, isn't he? Come on, big fella. Oh, I'm very glad you looked at the chicken then. Now, if you have a look on his tail here, you can see he's got elongated scales. They're called scoots. Now, he's also got webbed feet at the rear, and a crocodile can actually get 3/4 of his body length up out of the water. You'll note that his tail is roughly half the size of his total body length, and that'll help him propel himself out of the water. If the water is deep enough, he can actually go straight up and get his back legs out of the water. Isn't that right, big fella? Hey? Back in the water we go, back in the water. What an awesome predator. Have a look at this little bloke. How are you going to call your mummy? Isn't he cute? Now when the little crocodiles hatch out, sometimes they make a noise from inside the nest, that little wah, wah. And the mum will actually come and uncover the nest, sometimes taking the baby crocodiles to the water in her mouth. They'll hang around mum's area for a couple of days, and then they'll move off into the mangroves and areas where they won't be eaten by larger predators. Now most reptiles are cannibalistic. Aunties and uncles will eat the nephews and nieces, eh? So you've got to go and hide in the mangroves. And when they're this size, they'll basically eat anything they can catch and swallow. 100% instinct. As soon as they come out the egg, they bite. He's got sharp little teeth. Isn't he cute? It's hard to believe that this crocodile, if it's a male, he can grow up and over 5 meters in length. He's got vertical pupils, and crocodile vision is very good. The vertical pupils help them to see better at night time. You notice his little webbed feet also. He's got 4 toes on the back. At the front he has 5. Have a look at his little white belly. Isn't he cute? This is what I call a man-eating crocodile. Ah. Hey, come on mate, back to the alligators. Look at the chicken, look at the chicken. Oh, there we go. We're going to see if we can get a bit of a death roll out of him. Hey, steady, steady, watch my fingers. Oh, he's torn it off. Come on, another bit here for you, matey. Oh, there you go. You see he's got to lift his head above the water to swallow it. Come on, mate, come on. Now, I'd never do this with a bloody estuarine or saltwater crocodile. Come on, one more. Let's try. I might need something a bit tougher. His teeth are so sharp. He's pretty strong, aren't you? I'll let him go. Come on. Hey, little fella. What's that splashing around in there? Hey, what's that splashing? Are you hungry? Oh! Yes, you are. Now, American alligators can still get up to 5 meters in length, but... Come on, get hold of it. Here we go. Oh! He tore it off. I can can still get up to about 5 metres in length, but we're a bit big for prey, although large gators will occasionally eat people. Dogs and cats and things are more their type of size if they're in that sort of an area. Come on. Oh, he's hungry. It's the same one coming back. Look at him coming in the V line. Come on, little fella. Come on, let's roll. Oh, he ripped it clean off. Jeez, I wouldn't like that to be my fingers. Come on. Come on. No. Look at the chicken. Hey. Oh, here comes his mate. You want a bit too? Oh, look how gentle you are. Hey? Might give you a pat on the head. Come on. Oh, here comes his mate. Come on. There's actually 9 alligators in this pond. They've got 2 ponds. Come on. Come on, matey. You want that? Yes, you do. Okay, we're just coming into the late afternoon. The crocodiles have had all their sun for today, so they should be warmed up and firing quite well. We might give old mate here another piece of chicken. And what they do in the morning is most reptiles will come out into the sunlight. They're ectothermic, whereas humans are endothermic. We create our own body temperature. Crocodiles and reptiles rely on the sun to do that for them. Once he gets to a nice temperature, he'll move back into the water. And also then, if he gets hotter again from that, what he'll actually do is lower his heart rate down and he'll sink right down to the bottom where it's nice and cool. And yeah, so basically sunbaking is what they do best. But we'll go and have a look. Hello, you going to come up for some food? Hey. Come on, big fella. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, look out. Oh, the one behind us. Lucky that fence is there. Okay. He's missed that piece of meat, but what he'll do is he'll smell it. I don't think he was really interested in the chicken, to tell you the truth. He's a naughty crocodile. Oh, you're not interested in the chicken at all, are you? Oh, you big fella. Hey? Now you can see he's grabbed a mouthful of dirt there. He can smell the chicken. Getting a bit close, mate. A bit close for comfort. We'll leave him there. He'll smell that chicken and eventually he'll pick it up. Have a look at this bloke. Alligators, when they walk, oh, you can hear him hissing. There's a lot of wind come out of alligators. And when they walk, you can see he lifts his body right up off the ground. Isn't he like a dinosaur, eh? You can see he's a real dark black colour. Gators usually live in the swamps and they use that darker skin colour for camouflage. There's a number of reasons why crocodiles sit with their mouths open. A threat display, protecting their territory. They also regulate their temperature through their mouth. If it gets too hot, he can open his mouth and cool down. Also, if he's cool, he can lay in the sun with his mouth open and warm up the inside of his mouth and transfer the warm blood around the cooler parts of his body. Okay, in Australia there's actually 2 species of crocodile. The other species is called a freshwater crocodile, Crocodilus johnstoni. He's down here. He's a freshwater crocodile. Now we'll give him a little bit of chicken. There we go. You can see he's got a longer snout designed for catching fish. Now these crocodiles only live in freshwater. Sometimes they're found in areas where the freshwater meets the saltwater in the tidal estuary rivers. And freshwater crocodiles only get to about 3 meters in length. Now they say they're not dangerous to people, but if you mess with them, they'll still give you a nasty bite. Johnson River crocodiles, or freshwater crocodiles, are actually one of the fastest crocodiles on land. He can reach speeds of up to 17 kilometers an hour. Get up a bit of a crocodile gallop. Okay, have a look at this. This is the head of about a 3 meter estuarine crocodile. And if you have a close look, this little hole in the back here, this is where his brain is. Now, a 3 meter crocodile's brain is about the size of half of my pinky. Now, he runs totally on instinct. Over hundreds of millions of years of evolution, that small brain drives his natural instincts. You can see also on the sides here, this is where his ears are, his eye sockets, his nose, and you can see that really solid bone structure on the top. You can see all these little holes and little dents in his skull there. They're actually water pressure sensory organs. Now when the water pressure changes, all these little sensors here will send messages to his brain. They also use that when they're mating as well. Have a look at this. This is another interesting thing here. Look at that. That's actually a hairball. Now crocodiles can just about digest just about anything except for pig's hair. So this crocodile's eaten a few pigs, and what he's done is he's just coughed up the hairball just like a cat. Yeah, so there you go, crocodile skull. Now 5 meter crocodile, his skull actually be about twice as big as this one, and a 5 meter crocodile's brain is about the size of my thumb. Come on, big boy. Up. Okay, what we're going to try and demonstrate to you here is a crocodile head shake and a crocodile death roll. Now, the death roll is actually used to twist off chunks of meat that the crocodile can swallow whole because his teeth aren't designed to slice through meat. That's also his massive jaw pressure to crush any bones. So what we've got here is a bit of a sack with a couple of chooks in it, and we'll give it to him and see what happens. Oh, there we go, there's the head shake. Head shake. Oh, he's let it go. We'll give him another one. go. Now if I pull back on this, he should roll. Oh, head shake, head shake. Wow, that's awesome. Look at that power. Oh, here we go, he's rolling now. Oh. Roll, there we go. There's that roll for you. Okay, what he's actually done is he's rolled it up so tight, he's got his top teeth caught in there, so we're going to have to get it off him somehow. His natural instinct is to roll. Oh, there we go, it's nearly off. Ah, there we go. Lovely. Okay guys, we're fishing. We got one. Here he comes, we'll see if... Oh, there we go. See if we get Tiger up here to do a bit of a death roll. Now you should see, when you resist pulling against that rope, if a croc grabs you and you resist, he'll head shake or he'll go into a death roll. If he grabs me and I pull against him, he'll head shake. You watch, there we go. Whoa! See the power in that. Coming out this way a bit now. Pull him in a bit. Oh, oh, here we go. Get ready for a head shake. Like fishing for anything big, you got to make sure you got it tied off to something. Have a look at him. He's just out there. This is the ultimate power of a big 5-meter crocodile. The most powerful reptile on earth today. And for him, this is a big game. He loves it. He loves the exercise. He loves a bit of excitement. In the wild, in his domain, he's the king. In captivity, he's got no challenges living in an enclosure by himself. That's why we like to give him a bit of exercise as well. Come on, big boy. Come on. Look at the chicken, look at the chicken. Not me. Look at the chicken. Oh, there we go. That was a good pop, wasn't it? Have a look at him. What a big lizard. Never put yourself between a crocodile and the water. Whoa! Territorial. Look at him, big and strong. Get out of my territory. We might see if we can get old mate to give us a bit of a death roll, shall we? Hopefully this log's strong enough. Tie him off. There's no way that I would be able to hang on to this. No way. If he wanted to go, he's going to take it and he's going to go. Now he should be still picking up the vibrations of the footsteps. He should be just down there as well. And thinking to himself, there's someone still in my territory. If they come close enough, I'm going to have them for breakfast. Oh, there we go. Now what he'll do is he'll take that back into the water and drown it. So he's got it now. I'll put some pressure on it this time. Get him to get a head shake in. Well, here we go. Here comes the death roll. Wow, he's strong. He should be too. He weighs about 500 kilos. Oh. Here he goes. He's going to roll. head shake first. Look what he's done to that Hessian sack, eh? I don't think the old chicken's too happy. And he's got it again. He doesn't want to play anymore. These crocodiles are the apex, top of the food chain in their environments. It's very important that we make sure that they're there for protected all time, especially for our grandkids to see. Basically, if you're in the wild, Northern Australia, and you don't know, don't go swimming. Basically, we need to look after these guys. Any places like this down here, you can see this, looks like a bit of a crocodile slide. They'll wait in an ambush there for anything to come down for a drink. So it's an obvious place where a crocodile would be. Also, it's very important for the food chain. If we take out the top predator, he's keeping our kangaroos, feral pigs, all those types of animals' numbers down. Imagine the population explode of feral pigs and things in Australia. Saltwater crocodiles won't here to keep them in check. So let's conserve and look after our native Australian wildlife. Also, all wildlife around the world. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Wild and catch you next time.